What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Game Ball. Today, joining the show, we have three-star tight end signee Joshua Sapp. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Like I said earlier, we got some snow in Clemson, so I
Oh
guess,
yeah.
that's some fun stuff right there. But start things off. You obviously decided to commit and sign with Clemson. What was that whole decision like for you, and was it an easier decision for you just to go to Clemson rather than other schools?
Definitely Clemson always been a dream school of mine, man. But just the process throughout this whole time, it's been hard, but it's been fun just visiting other schools and stuff like that. But Clemson was just the right place for me for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I remember when I spoke to you at early National Signing Day, you mentioned that your dad didn't play. I guess your dad wasn't leaning you towards Clemson fully, even though he went there. But what was he like helping you in the recruitment process, just because he went through it himself?
Definitely, he would just tell me just certain stuff like, be patient, look through all your schools, just take your time making decisions. But he really kind of stayed out the way, just let me make my own decision for sure. So, but he helped me along the way. So,
Definitely. And, what was that moment like when you finally got the call? I would think you even mentioned it was from Coach Sweeney that you're getting an offer from Clemson.
it was heartwarming, man. Just having Coach Sweeney, call my phone, just letting me know that I had a full ride. So, man, it was great. I was happy. Me and all my family was just excited, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's awesome to hear. And your dad, I guess, announced, I want to say a couple of weeks ago that he's actually going to be going to Clemson as I'm assuming a strength and conditioning coach. He mentioned he'll be in the weight room for them. Are you excited that he's going to be coming to Clemson with you, or are you like hoping to kind of get away from all that?
Uh, Man, either way, man, he's not there, or if he is there, man, it's great. So,
Mhm. Yeah, definitely. And I guess you're gonna have to handle the weight room a lot now because I remember you used to Colin Sadler always pushes you there too. So you're gonna have to keep just
yeah.
harping you right there. But prior to signing with Clemson, obviously Tony Elliott, the office coordinator for Clemson, but I guess more importantly for you, the tight end coach, announced that he's going to take the head coaching job at UVA. Did that ever make you like want to? Not saying you don't want to go to Clemson, but ever think about reopening your recruitment process and exploring other options?
Nah, not really, man. Clemson is a place for me overall. I know for sure, man. But me and Coach Elliott, we had a good conversation when he left, and I'm sad that he's gone, but I'm happy for him at the same time that he's a head coach now. But so, hope best for him, man. We're gonna keep working over here.
Definitely, man. And so Kyle Richardson, the new tight end coach, have you had more opportunities to speak to him about what do you think you'll be doing there at Clemson?
That it's been kind of the same things like Coach Elliott's been talking about when he was there. So kind of the same thing with the tight ends. But man, I've been talking to Coach Richardson a lot lately. Man, he's just a great guy, straightforward, man. So I love him. I can't wait to work with him for sure.
Definitely. And Clemson produces talent. They get top tier guys all the time. In opposed to other schools you were considering, like maybe App State. Were you ever concerned about not that you won't get playing time, but at least early on in your career, you're coming in as a true freshman. You're not necessarily going to get, as much playing time as you might have gone somewhere else. So was that ever a concern for you, or was it just going to the right school for you?
Uh, Really, it was just going to the right school where I can play against the best talent and just become the best player I can be. So I know it's going to be competition here at Clemson, but that's what I want, man. Just winning the work for sure.
Mhm. And you decided to, I guess, stay for the last half of your senior year of high school. Did you ever consider early enrolling at Clemson, or did you just want to stay back and I guess play basketball? What was that like?
I did. I tried to, but I had one more credit that was I couldn't take till next semester. But at first, I just was like, I'll stay the whole year because I didn't know where I was going first. But it gives me a little more time to prepare for it when I get there. So it's kind of win-win.
Definitely. And, during early national signing day when you signed with Clemson, I guess I knew some people that went to Greenville High, and they were telling me that since you signed at 5:30, I guess other teams have practices, so they couldn't really all go to the signing day. Was it like disappointing in a way not having everyone there, or were you just happy just to get it over with?
Man, I was happy as heck to sign, but I wanted to see some of my boys there too. So it's kind of hard for them. But I talked up with them afterwards. So
Mhm. Definitely. Did you have a basketball game after that?
Yeah, I did.
That's funny. How'd you do? Did you play well?
Oh yeah, we played with. I think we had Southside that night. We smacked them.
Definitely. Being from, I guess, the Greenville County area, and in football, you play against some of the guys that you're actually signing with, like, Jaden Lucas. And, when you
Oh
played
yeah.
them, you ended up winning, I believe, 24-21 this year. So what's that kind of like, having the bragging rights for practically your entire life? It's the final game you'll play against them.
Man, it's great because we beat them 2 years in a row. So I do the batting right for sure. But man, Jay Luke, he's a great kid, man, great competitor. So we're just out there competing for sure.
Definitely. How close do you think you are? I mean, obviously you're close with your entire recruiting class, but specifically with the Greenville guys. Obviously, Colin Sadler's there, Jaden Lucas. I believe Mason Johnstone's a preferred walk-on, but he went to Christ Church. How close are you with those guys in particular?
Definitely, we're pretty close just because, man, we're from Greenville, so we're not too big of a city, man. But Greenville's definitely growing. But just us sticking together, pushing each other, just working out, man, helping each other out. So pretty close.
For sure. And what's it like being with your, I guess, recruiting class? Have you bonded with people that aren't necessarily from the area?
Yeah, definitely, man. When we went in our OV, a lot of the guys were just clicking with each other, clicking with each other. But we didn't have the whole recruiting class. I think it was just me, Kay, Colin, Adam, Rob, and then a couple other guys who were decommitted. But we were definitely just clicking, man, just making those connections so before we get to school.
For sure. And what's it like, I guess, being around Cade? Obviously he's a top quarterback prospect in the I guess the nation. So are you excited to play with him? And what's he also just like, just as a guy?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm excited to play with him, man. He's the number one quarterback, so I can't wait to play with him, man. Just overall, man, he's a great guy. He's just a natural leader, man. He's helpful. He's fun to be around, man. He's just a great guy.
Mhm. And what do you think the 2022 recruiting class, I guess the Dandy Dozen, as I guess Coach said, how do you think you guys are able to bond and, I guess, take Clemson to the next level?
Yeah, man. Our class, like, I believe, like, we're really close. We text each other about every day, and we got a group chat, man. But this class, we got a lot of talent, man. Just overall, two receivers, man, DBs, great quarterback, me, and O line. So it's a lot of talent. Hopefully, we can, help this program out a lot.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned earlier, I guess you were able to hang out with a couple of guys that actually ended up decommitting. Were you surprised that they ended up decommitting from Clemson? And I guess did you ever try to, like, did anyone ever try to talk them back into coming, or what was that like?
Well, when they first like decommitted, we were just supportive of them. We were just telling them, man, good luck in your whole process. Like, we're still cool with those guys, so it's no like hatred against them or anything. But man, we're sad that they left, but they gotta do what's best for them.
Yeah, for sure. And, do you think, I guess next year, looking at Clemson's team, do you think they have a chance to, I guess, get back into title contention?
Definitely, man, definitely.
That's good to hear. And, you know, like we spoke about, your dad, I guess, he played at Clemson. He played in the NFL. He was a linebacker. You're a tight end, but it's still football at the end of the day. How did he help you just grow as a player? And was he, I don't want to say disappointed, but was he kind of surprised that you went to the offensive side of the ball rather than the defensive?
Uh, so at first I was playing like my ninth grade year, I was playing quarterback, and then I wasn't really feeling it, and then so my coach kind of turned me to the receiver, tight end, and we just been working from there. But I mean, my dad, he just got a good mindset around the whole game, so he's been helping me out, just working out and stuff with that, just getting better as an overall tight end, and also with the recruiting process because he's been through it, so he knows the ins and outs. He's just a great help for sure, man. Glad.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, he's obviously able to play with some great players like Brian Dawkins, the safety from Clemson, and had a great career in the NFL. Uh, did you hear any wild stories about how they played together back then, or do you have any glory stories from them?
Definitely, man. They got a bunch of stories because Brian Dawkins and my dad, they grew up together in the same neighborhood, so they just got a lot of stories together. And he's been helping me as well, just like telling me certain stuff about the process as well. So it's good having all that help.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna ask, being surrounded by, I guess, those two, since they are close to one another, did they help give you, I guess, a lot of insight just to the game, but also with Clemson?
Yeah, definitely a lot of insights like with the game, just like little stuff, just getting better. How to work for sure, just working my butt off, and that's what they always push me. Like they would just tell me to do everything the best I could. So I've been doing it. Now I'm blessed. So.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, what are you most excited for doing with Clemson? Is it running down the hill, or what's like the one moment where you're like, I really want to be able to do this as a player?
Now, one thing I am excited about the slide indoor that I haven't got to go down the slide yet,
Hmm.
but really just being there, man, game day environment, man, running down the hill, the fans cheering for us, man. Such a great environment overall. So I
Hmm.
can't wait to be there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And when you, I guess, took your official visits and you were, I guess, having the chance to kind of look at Clemson, what was the one thing that kind of stood out to you about whether that's the fan base or just the weight room, or what is it? Like, what's one thing that we were like, wow, this place is legit right here.
Man, definitely I'll say just the coaching, man. The coaches, they just feel just like a family, man. Like a lot of these guys, it was my first time meeting them, but it just felt so family-like. So the coaches and definitely just the fans and the culture at the stadium, there's nothing else like it.
Yeah, and, speaking about that Clemson culture, you said the coaches made you feel like you've known them for a while. I've just after meeting them for, I guess, one day, but what did they really like kind of preach to you to make you say like this is a family atmosphere, this is the Clemson culture?
Yeah, man, just shoot. Like they'll talk to you like just about everything, not necessarily just football, just about life. Like all of them are like that. And they always will like know what's going on with you and like pay attention. So not just like, oh, you're a player, so you just you know what I'm saying, treat you like a player, but they treat you like an actual family. So
Yeah, for sure. That's good to hear that they care about you, I guess, more than just an athlete. So that's good. Have you had a chance to think about what you want to, I guess, major in when you come to Clemson?
I've been thinking about financial business and sports medicine. So that's my two right now.
I guess another question I have for you is the South Carolina rivalry. You kind of grew up in South Carolina. Your dad obviously went to Clemson, so you've been kind of feeling part of the UFC rivalry you have with them. But what are you looking forward to doing and playing in that?
And just beating on South Carolina for sure, man. Getting that win. I got one of my friends I played in North South with. He's a linebacker. He's going to South Carolina, so we were at North South just talking smack about that game coming up. So
Mhm.
hopefully get to play against each other then.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm sure you got 4 straight years of wins right there. Hope I'm not trying to jinx them, but I think you got it locked down. And obviously they got Spencer Rattler this year though, which will be kind of
Yeah.
huge for them. And so, my final question for you is, what are you hoping to accomplish with Clemson at the end of your career?
Well, end goal for me is definitely I want to try and make it to the NFL for sure. So, and also just graduating with my degree so I can, be on the business side, successful, get jobs. So, but just becoming a better man, the best man I can be, and the best player I can be overall. So that's why I chose Clemson definitely.
Definitely, man. And you're tight end, I guess a little bit undersized. What's that like? What's the mindset to have to be able to be, I guess, successful and being quote unquote an undersized tight end since you're, I think, what, 6'3"?
Definitely, man. Just trying to do everything overall job of tight end. So block and also be able to run routes against anyone. So win those matchups and just prove people wrong. So I do hear some people saying I'm undersized, but I feel I can do the same thing as any other tight end.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I appreciate you talking to me and taking the time out of your day to speak with me, man. It's great talking to you, and I wish you the best of luck with
Thank
Clemson.
thank you.